Hey, thanks for joining Fantasy Sports Talk. I'm Kevin Pate,
I'm Blake Bagwell.
and we're going to get you started here on Week 6 with our defense and kicker specials. Now, this is just, don't plan on keeping these guys for the long run. This is purely for your bye week.
Bye week, plug them in, get some production.
Get rid of them.
Right.
I'll go ahead and go first. This is a really boring segment. This is only for people who are like, oh, I need a kicker. Miami's on their bye week. Matt Bryant's gone.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you guys that are freaking out, no big deal. We got you covered right here. A guy that I like, David Akers out of Detroit.
Okay.
All right, he's what I'm looking for in kicking in any sort of game is how is their offense and how is the other defense.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get a guy who's got just an amazing offense against a crappy defense. There's not gonna be any field goals in it. I mean, yeah, we'll get some extra points, but you're looking really at about 6 to 8 points out of your kicker if you're like that. You also don't want to have a bad defense going up against a bad offense going up against a great defense, just because they're not going to be able to move the ball. And they'll get some field goal opportunities, but it might be 1 or 2. And again, you're looking at 6 to 8 points tops.
Right.
So,
I mean, kicker is such a difficult thing to talk about or to debate because, maybe those bad offenses, well, okay, they're bad, so they won't get in the red zone, but they'll kick 4 40-yard field goals. And it's really hard to predict.
I'm looking at David Akers on Detroit. I mean,
I think that's a good pickup.
He's a solid leg, and I think he's made 4 field goals in the past 2 weeks. And the Detroit offense,
they can move.
Yeah, they can move. I think they get him in field goal position enough, and I think that he's one that, I think he's owned in less than 35% of fantasy league. So
pick him up, put him in. I think you'll have
absolutely
no problems.
And another guy I like is Adam Vinatieri. I cannot believe that he's not owned in more fantasy leagues. I was actually kind of shocked to find that out today. But the Indianapolis offense moves the ball. The only thing with the Indianapolis offense is sometimes they stutter. Who benefits from that?
The kicker.
The kicker. So
exactly.
if you've got some guys that are going through some bye weeks right now, Vinatieri and David Akers are owned in less than 35% of the fantasy leagues. Pretty good chance they're available in one of yours.
Scoop them up, switch them out. You'll be fine.
Absolutely.
And then just switching gears to defenses, same kind of thing. Look at the matchups. Who do you like up against struggling offense? There's a bunch of powerhouse defense going up against weak competition this week. So if you have one of those guys, you're going to be fine. But one that people have been kind of low on is Houston as of late, which was kind of crazy because going into this year, they were kind of the number one defenses. They haven't really been playing quite up to Houston defense standards,
and people have actually been dropping the Houston defense like crazy. This is probably a good chance for you to go snag up that Houston defense.
Snag them up. They have St. Louis this week.
Right. Sam Bradford's been.
He'll throw the ball around a little bit, but there's nothing about the St. Louis offense that scares me.
Right.
So I think this is a great time for J.J. Watt to do his thing, and they're going to be just fine.
I'm going to add one more to the defense.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to say Arizona against San Francisco. San Francisco has been
Arizona defense.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's a little bit of a stretch, let me explain it to you. Be open-minded.
Be along
for
the ride.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
We have known the San Francisco offense of last year to just put up points crazy. This year, though, they haven't really been doing that. I mean, they've had a few good weeks.
That's fair. Kaepernick is definitely slumping a bit.
And people forget that Arizona defense is actually pretty good. So, if you need a defense to start up, I kind of like Arizona. I like Houston defense better.
Yeah.
And even to a certain extent, I like St. Louis's defense against Houston just because of how bad Matt Schaub's play has been. But chances are, they might be owned in a lot of fantasy leagues.
Yeah.
This is purely a bye week thing. Go grab the Cardinals. I think there's worse matchups out there for you.
I like what you said about the St. Louis defense. I'm not ready to get on board with the Arizona defense.
They're better than people give them credit for.
Yeah, but their offense is worse. Meaning their defense is going to be on the field the whole time against the San Francisco, who Kaepernick can burn you with his legs. Frank, like we were saying earlier in the running back segment, Frank Gore is on a roll. I think San Francisco's can get so many yards on the ground, it's just going to wear them down. And it's going to be tough for that defense to hang tough.
I do think that Arizona will get his turnovers. I think they'll be able to. I mean, points-wise, I think they give up anywhere from 20 to 30 in this game. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping for the bottom end, so I don't look like a fool giving you this Arizona pick. But I think they get 2 or 3 turnovers in this game. So, I mean,
it's a strategy for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is just for bye weeks.
Yeah.
This isn't.
And you have to be a little creative when you're going into
Right.
your bye weeks. You have to look up, don't always be safe. Don't always go with, who's playing, this team or this team. See what you can do. Who's
Right.
got injuries? Who.
Playing it safe is.
I like
if
the
you're-
risk. I like the creativity.
Playing it safe is something you do when you're up big. If you're down, take a
Give it a
risk.
shot. Yeah, why not?
All right, guys, this will conclude our segment for Week 6 and the defense. Make sure you check out our blog at fantasysportstalking.blogspot.com. We update that daily. We give you a few inside information from us. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. Give us a like or a dislike. Tell us what you liked about this. Well, maybe we missed something. Tell us
Yeah.
what we missed.
I
Help us
doubt
out.
it, but sure. Let us know. Check us out on Twitter, at Blake Bagwell.
At Kevin Pate Sports.
And we'll see you for Week 7. Check out the rest of our Week 6 videos.
Hope you guys have a good one.